He found out he still had 60 years left to live, so he started a live stream. Then he jumped straight off, and with perfect timing, a passerby caught him. Viewers immediately started questioning it. They said it was nothing but a coincidence, so he raised the stakes, taking it up to 10,000 meters in the air. He even threw away his parachute before jumping, but not long after he leaped, a passing plane flew right under him and caught him safely. Of course, not everyone was that lucky. Take Anna, for example. After her friends kept pushing her, she downloaded the app too, the one that could predict your exact time of death. It says I only have 3 hours to live. At first, nobody took it seriously. They even comforted Anna, saying it was just a prank game, but none of them could have imagined the developer of this app was actually death himself. After the party ended, her boyfriend Peter was already blackout drunk, but he still insisted on driving Anna home. Anna thought it was way too dangerous, and because of what the app had just said, she was still shaken, so she suggested they just walk home together. Because of that, the two of them ended things on bad terms, but not long after she got out of the car, her phone suddenly started ringing. She picked it up and looked. There was a warning on the screen, saying she had violated the user agreement. She immediately opened the app. That was when she saw her time left to live had dropped to just 7 minutes. Anna completely panicked. Without stopping for a second, she ran all the way home, but by then, her phone was still ringing non-stop, and the countdown had less than 2 minutes left. Seeing that she could not close the app, she simply shut off her phone. She thought that would be the end of it, but just as she was about to wash up, a strange noise suddenly came from the other side of the shower curtain. Terrified, she slowly walked over to check. Right at that moment, her phone suddenly rang again. At the same time, Peter, who was driving drunk, got into a car crash. Luckily, his life was not in danger, but the creepy part was, a thick tree branch had pierced right through the passenger seat. In other words, if Anna had never gotten out of the car, she would have died an even worse death. It seemed death had already put a backup plan in place. Early the next morning, Peter was taken to the hospital. As he watched the news report on TV, and thought back to his girlfriend's bizarre death the night before, he had no choice but to believe the app was real. The nurse, Allie, could tell something was bothering him, so she kindly asked if he needed any help. Peter told her the whole strange story. He also refused to go through with the surgery scheduled for tomorrow, because according to the app, he had less than 20 hours left to live. Maybe that surgery was exactly what would cost him his life, but Allie was well educated, and she did not believe it at all. After all, it was just a minor surgery to put a metal plate in his leg. How could that possibly be life-threatening? So she comforted Peter, saying it was probably just a prank by the developer. She told him not to take it too seriously. Then she brought Peter back to his hospital room. During lunch break, Allie told her coworkers about what had happened. Out of curiosity, her coworkers downloaded the app too. Curly's countdown showed he still had 53 years left. The chief still had 57 years left to live, but when it was Allie's turn, she only had 2 short days left. At first, she still did not take it seriously, but what happened next would make her believe it completely. The time came to the next morning. Peter was already on the verge of a breakdown, because he only had 3 minutes left to live. In a panic, he tried to escape the hospital. Right then, his phone suddenly started ringing. The screen showed the same warning, saying he had violated the user agreement. Just as Peter was wondering what it meant, he suddenly saw in the mirror that behind him, there was a man dressed in black, but when he turned around, there was no one there. Peter was so scared that he quickly hid in the stairwell. The second he shut the door, a rapid knocking sound came from behind him. Then, every light in the stairwell suddenly went out. His phone rang again. The screen showed that his remaining time was only 1 minute and 30 seconds. He tried to get out of there, but found the door was locked tight. Just as he stood there helplessly, the sound of a door opening came from downstairs. He turned on his phone flashlight and looked. There was no one in the stairwell at all. But in the next second, footsteps came from upstairs. He looked closer, and it was Anna, who was already dead.